Have you ever had a bad physical education score and that one mediocre grade totally marked your perfect report card? Well, if you have, you're not alone. Some of us just aren't good at running or push-ups and sit-ups, and that's ruining a 4.0 grade point average. Normally, a bad grade in core class would be pretty awful, but a bad grade in gym? The truth is, this grade isn't necessarily fair. Let's see the problem behind the core. The idea of physical education isn't very true. The class is most definitely physical, but isn't very educational. One of the many problems that PE adds is that it's not even academic. The ability to do push-ups will in no way affect my abilities to read or do mathematics. We spend an hour of each school day exhausting ourselves for virtually nothing. In fact, gym class tires students. Instead of being keyed into what the teacher is saying, most students will be trying to sneak in a couple minutes of rest because of PE. Furthermore, instead of being addressed on how you perceived an essay, you get graded on how you dressed out or not. This procedure has nothing to do with intelligence whatsoever. Second, physical education is a cause of bullying. The class shows the strong kids against the weak ones. Some kids get picked on for being out of shape, and this is a major problem. Also, no student should have the same standards for a healthy fitness zone. While one student can drop and do 50 push-ups, another can barely do 5. This concept applies to all other fitness warm-ups too. Some kids try their hardest in gym class, but their hardest isn't enough. Another unfair idea of PE is that it isn't fair to special needs students. This class excludes some students, which is majorly unfair to them, and it tarnishes the idea of educational equality. Not only is PE useless, it's actually a negative risk to students. The number of PE-related injuries in school is growing astoundingly. In the hectic arena of kids, there is only 1 to 2 teachers, an inferior ratio of adults to students. There's no way that a handful of adults can fully control the mass of pupils running around them. This chaotic war zone, or gymnasium, as some call it, is a recipe for a catastrophe. Another mode to scrap PE is that it's basically pointless. The majority of colleges skip right over fitness scores and zip right to academics. Instead of jogging laps around the track, students could be spending their time usefully by studying and reading. This shows that PE isn't just useless, it's actually a negative conception. In addition, past years show that child obesity has grown tremendously. Even with the addition of PE classes, this number isn't dropping. School should be based on what you learn and not what you can execute. Physical education class shouldn't affect your grade point average. The class affects your finishing grade, but not your future. There's no meaning behind gym class, and this time spent doing pointless aerobics is wasteful and tedious. Next time you drop to do 30 push-ups or prepare yourself to run a mile, think about what you should really be doing.